No Jumper, coolest podcast in the world. And today I got a second conversation, first one in a few years. My man H is in the building. How you feeling, bro?
What's good? Good to see you.
Very nice to have you back, man.
Yeah, man, I'm excited.
Okay, so set the scene of where you were at last time we did the interview, because from my perspective, even when we did that interview, I was like looking at your social media, looking at the music and being like, holy fuck, this dude is like really blowing up right now. But that was almost 3 years ago. So I feel like a lot's happened since then.
Yeah, shit, wow. Wow, yeah, a lot's happened, bro. But at the same time, it feels like that was yesterday, that interview. I suppose, yeah, I've released a lot more music since then. I can't even remember what I had out when I last spoke to you. I don't even...
Right, it was so early. I don't think you had the H2O tape out at that point.
Okay, yeah, so I must have been that must have been promo towards the H2O tape, if anything, kind of thing.
Right.
So, yeah. So I suppose 2 EPs out since then. Whatever, singles, couple, maybe top 10s, 5, 3s, whatever.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? All that good stuff. Maybe a couple silvers, platinums, and golds.
But at that time, you were like brand new to having the spotlight on you at all, right?
I think I was 18, right?
Wow.
18, 19, maybe. So yeah, just blew up. Just there. And then yeah, bro, I feel like I said, I feel like it was yesterday. And then right now I'm here. I'm working on the album out here now.
Right, yeah. So how long you been in LA?
About 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
2 weeks, got 1 more week left.
You're mostly focused on the album, or what else are you working on?
Yeah, I came here to wrap the album up.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? And some nice weather. You know what I'm saying? It's cold in Manchester right now.
Definitely. Who else are you tapping in with while you're out here?
Before I was in LA, I was in New York with Offset Jim.
Oh, yeah.
That's my guy.
So I did the interview with him recently.
I watched it.
I said, like, because I'm looking at the track list and I'm seeing, you know, some of the people I'm used to seeing him rap with a little bit, or I'm seeing ESTG. I'm excited about that. And then I see you on there and I'm like, how the fuck did that link up happen? And he pretty much said that, like, you just reached out to him because you were like a fan of his music, and then you guys connected from there.
Yeah, exactly. I was just bumping him in the whip, and I was filming it, me and my guy, and I just put it on my story and tagged him in it.
Right.
And he reposted it, and I got gassed that he reposted it. I was like, fuck, Offset Jim. You know what I'm saying? So then we linked up, and it was just literally as simple as we was chatting on DM for a little bit, and then I was in Dubai, and he just sent me a song randomly. He was like, yo, fuck with this.
Really?
And I was drunk as fuck. I remember I was in the back garden in Dubai in some big mansion, and we just put the mic outside, set it up, and I just recorded the verse for Jim, and I sent it back there and then that was that. And then we've only just shot the video now.
Oh, so that's not even out yet?
It's not out yet. I was in, and funnily enough, I was in Dubai when I recorded the verse, literally in November last year.
Are you guys hearing that noise that keeps happening? What is that? That's not the computer, is it? Oh, okay. Sorry. Yeah, so because one thing I told him was, like, a lot of the English rappers, I think, have like better taste in American rappers than American fans, because I always will notice that the English rappers that I see will be kind of like tapping in with rappers that haven't fully blown up in America yet.
Obviously, partly, not in my case, I fuck with Jim. Like, facts, I could spit many Jim songs word for word.
Right.
But in what you're saying, that's also the case because English artists can't really get hold of the big ones at the same time.
Okay, there might be some truth to that.
Yeah, and if they do, it's probably like definitely through the label.
Yeah.
And the American artists probably definitely won't post it. You know them ones, like.
But at the same time too, though, I think that, like, the way I see somebody like you moving is, I feel like it's cooler for somebody like you to get a cosign from an artist like Jim, or to see, you know, like basically what I'm saying is, like, if you were to blow your whole album budget on a Lil Durk feature,
then it's,
you know, like, it might be a fire song. Everybody loves Lil Durk, but it's like, I feel like it seems more authentic when you kind of tap in with, like, more underground artists or whatever. More, you know?
Definitely. Things have just got to happen naturally. I was fucking with Jack Harlow when he came to the UK.
Really?
Yeah, and that was just on some. I can't remember how me and Jack started talking, but that was just on some natural shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really trying to pay for a fucking friendship, you know what I mean, over a verse.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
definitely.
Yeah.
So how's your lifestyle changed since back then, though? Because you were just starting to get like a whiff of what it was like to be, you know, to have it be hectic everywhere, every time you went somewhere and you got to take photos, all this shit. Now I feel like you're fully in the swing of that. Like, if you know anything about what's going on with rap music out there, then pretty much you're a household name to them. Is it a little overwhelming for you at this point, or how's your lifestyle changed?
To be fair, I don't. To be fair, bro, I can't really remember it now. Beforehand, you know what I'm saying?
Because you were a kid too.
Before all this, you know what I'm saying?
Like high school for most of it.
Exactly. I was in high school for most of it, then college, and then I worked, and then I blew up.
Yeah.
Enough, you know what I'm saying? So I can't really remember, but yeah, a lot of things changed. Obviously, I bought a house. I bought a couple of houses. I tried moving out my mum's house. I fucking hate it. I keep ending up back at my mum's house.
Really?
I still got my house, but I don't like being on my own. You know what I'm saying? So I've still not grew up that much.
What do you not like about it? That's interesting.
I'm just not trying to be sat in my house on my own at 12 o'clock at night playing PlayStation, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Hearing noises, getting paranoid because I smoke too much weed and shit. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, nah. So I don't know, but I suppose I've just been doing normal shit, to be fair. I took a little break from not necessarily music, but I just like, I was out the studio for a bit at some point for like 6 months, just doing some normal shit.
And was that like, were you actually thinking like, I'm gonna take a break from the public eye so that they can really like not see me for a little bit, so maybe when I come back I'll sort of seem new? Because that's kind of like the label industry way of thinking about that. But from your perspective, you might have just needed a break.
Nah,
right?
I just needed a break, to be fair. If anything, like when it comes to me it didn't benefit me whatsoever taking a break, you know what I'm saying? Like, at all. Is that my phone? Sorry, I thought that was my phone. Oh. Yeah, no, it didn't benefit me at all. I didn't come. It's not like I came back and it was like I was 10 times bigger than when I left, kind of thing. So, no, for me it was just more a little personal thing and just to chill for a bit. You know what I'm saying? I was 18 and then I was on the road then until I was 21.
Right.
Probably see my mum 4 months out of the 12. You know what I'm saying? Just shit like that. So I just had to do some normal shit and whatever. I had a girlfriend and then I split with my girlfriend and then, you know, just like normal shit, you know what I'm saying?
You
just
had a
chilling.
girlfriend like as you became famous and then it didn't work out? Oh, you got her partway through there?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I feel like that's always a weird split when you have like a person who kind of sees you through all that.
Yeah. I've never experienced that, to be fair, but I can understand why maybe that doesn't work out sometimes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
But yeah, so I've just been up to everything really, bro. And at the same time, just, I suppose, growing up naturally, you know what I'm saying?
It's weird thinking about the break thing because, you know, these days it's like rappers, a lot of times I feel like being a rapper is almost more like being like a YouTuber or a podcaster where you're just kind of consistently dropping shit all the time and people want new content from you all the time. But the old school like label way of thinking of it is like you put out your project, you do your whole rollout, you tour, etc., and then maybe you disappear for a year, 6 months or whatever, so you can give the people time to like build up an appetite for you. And I am like about as close to this stuff as it gets in terms of like working with so many artists, and I wouldn't really know which side of that I would consider more accurate. More beneficial.
I think different things work for different people. Like Adele, for example, she can go missing for 10 years.
Who?
Adele.
Oh, yeah, I think Adele could go away for 10 years and come back and sell just as many records.
Exactly,
that's a good point, yeah.
But I think it just depends. It's all up to the fans, really, innit? And I think, you know, people like to, I know labels like kind of like to do things different. If a single's going off, they're not trying to put another one out for another 3-4 months. You know what I'm saying? Too. Whereas some people would say attack it while it's hot and just keep going. You know what I'm saying? Some people say don't saturate. I don't know. I suppose it's what's best, like what works for you.
Definitely.
Some people get bored of people easily.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? To be fair, I've been like whatever kind of big now since like for 3-4 years, and I've not got that much music out, you know. Do you know what I'm saying? Like I've got a strong catalogue, but there's not a lot of songs.
Would you say that you consider yourself more of a like quality over quantity person in terms of your music? Like you really, if you only have these 2 EPs and however many random songs, you might have 20 songs out, but they're all pretty good. I
think definitely as of recently, I've become more of a quality over quantity person, but I think I kind of just took everything in my stride when I first got it cracking. If I'm honest with you, the first time I got signed was an EP deal for that H2O EP. I actually released my own EP before that when I was independent, called On Your Marks, on some other shit, whatever. But I signed an EP deal, so through that period I was with that, and then I've released a couple singles beforehand just to like build my name up, and then kind of like released the EP, and then kind of like seeing it as, right, well, that's my job done.
Yeah.
Like, where's the money kind of thing. That was when I was young, I needed money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
When you think about that version of yourself, though, that was just like filming a video on the side of the road in your neighborhood, and that the original one that went viral, like, how do you think about that version of yourself? Like, is it almost like insane for you to even imagine that that was the same person that you are today?
Definitely the haircut.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Fuck that haircut. Yeah, but
you're haunted by that?
Yeah, haunted by that one. But it's a story though, so it's always there.
Yeah.
But no. To be fair, I think I used to kind of, you know, sometimes I spit some bars, I see some bars that I used to spit, and I'm like, oh shit, you was cold. I need to say some shit like that again sometimes. To be fair, but I really don't know. I don't mean to sound like boring or anything. I don't think I feel much. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like, I don't know, I suppose it was just always meant to happen. Same old story, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's weird because you judge yourself back then kind of by the standards that you have for yourself now. So it's like a lot of times when I think about my early days doing a podcast, I'm like, why did that seem so hard? Like, like now it seems easy. So it's like, in retrospect, of course, I would kind of know how to replicate it. Whereas like you being just a kid rapping in front of your building or whatever, I mean, it must have seemed like the most overwhelmed. Like you never could have imagined in a million years getting to the point you're at now, right?
Well, I suppose that's the thing that's changed. Like, you do it at first to impress your 10 friends.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it should stay that way, really, because when it starts feeling like a job, or not even feeling like a job, but feeling like a chore, you know what I'm saying? That's when you know what I'm saying? So I think that's what's changed, like the things I'm doing it for.
Right.
You know what I mean? At first it was just, let's get the man dem gassed.
Right.
But now it's like, oh no, I've actually like got I don't even know what to call it. I've got a platform, I've got a responsibility, so to say, you know what I'm saying? I literally just got a message on the way here, I'm not even joking. I'm gonna get it up.
Let's see it.
For just an example.
Either way.
On my life. Oh no, he's already replied. And the guy just said to me, sorry to bother you. I'm not even sure if you'll see this, but you helped me a couple of years ago to get over issues in life. I've been trying so hard, but these last few weeks I've lost everything because of my mental health. I thought I had the support from my family, but I've recently been kicked out and told, I'm not going to say certain things. I also lost my apartment, the love of my life, and now I'm starting to lose hope. I don't know what to do. I'm very weak at the moment. Any advice? Your music helps me so much.
Oof.
Boom, example.
That's heavy.
There again, I've replied to him, obviously.
Right.
But, so, yeah, I've got a responsibility. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I feel like this is like, oh shit, yeah, people feel like they're involved in my life and I don't even know it. I don't even know these people. Do you get what I mean? So I have to cater to that as well. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I can't just be selfish. I can't just, don't get it twisted, I do need a break sometimes and you have got to think about yourself sometimes, but I can't just be, I'm not necessarily going to turn around tomorrow and say, you know what, fuck music. I'm not going to do it again.
Definitely.
Do you know what I mean?
No, yeah. And that's where people fuck up, is when they start, they work their whole life to be something, and then they finally get some success being that thing, and they think like, oh, I'm going to go do this other thing
I'm
instead.
Do something else
and
now.
It's like, no, like you've gotten to this point, you need to dig your heels in and really go hard on this one thing now that you get the chance.
And until it burns out, innit? Until people, I'll 9 times out of 10 be rapping until people are telling me they don't want to hear me rap anymore.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
But do you feel like in some ways when you came out, drill was so big and everything was so kind of violent and everything at that time in terms of a lot of the popular music, I feel like you were very like very much a breath of fresh air in a way. And there's been quite a few artists who've kind of come after you that I think have kind of benefited from the fact that you made it okay at that time to not really be this like mega street rapper. Is that accurate?
Yeah, I think so. I think especially in the UK at that time, it did need something a bit more light-hearted. Right. You know what I'm saying? And based on your question about like, I kind of knew it would work. Well, I felt like it would work because I was doing it anyway, and it was popping off in Manchester. Right. Obviously, Manchester's not London, so you know what I mean. I had to branch out, but so I was just doing my thing. And to be fair, I never really cared what anyone said anyway. Right. And yeah, and sometimes you know, I was that little white guy with like the little quiff and you know what I'm saying, the little long hair and shit. But at the same time, I was making this music, but I'm still from the same area as some
Right.
say real gangbangers at the same time. You know what I'm saying? So these men are all hearing my songs on the ends, and they're not saying nothing. They're like, yo, you're fucking hard. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think it's more attitude in general, because it's like, yeah, of course you're from where you're from, and you've, I'm sure, been exposed to all kinds of stuff, but it's like, I felt like your music was maybe a little bit more lighthearted, a little bit less like you had to put yourself out there as this like super tough guy, because you could be that when it comes time for you to be that, but you don't really need to be that the other 23 hours a day, right?
100%. So it was just one of them. I think the game maybe needed that at some point, and I just came at the perfect time.
Definitely.
I think my situation was definitely, I'm going to blame a lot of it on timing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was just perfect.
But how do you judge the kind of music that you make now? Because you've had, like, you know, for American fans who are watching, they might not realize, but I mean, you've had big fucking songs that were like everywhere, all over the radio out there and everything. And like, I'm sure you've like made songs that just hit off from like a more pop angle. And I'm sure those made you a shitload of money and you're able to tour off them and everything. And it's like, at the same time, those aren't the songs that are necessarily going to impress, you know, the guys from the block where you're from or whatever.
100%.
It's kind of like two different things.
Yeah,
right?
you got to find a balance. I think now, like nowadays though, I'm saying nowadays like I'm old, but yeah, whatever. So I feel like nowadays it's like, I feel like everyone listens to a bit of everything now. You know what I'm saying? I think it's a bit more acceptable. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
No, I don't think anyone in the world wants to listen to straight grease for grease meaning
grimy shit.
Yeah, grimy shit. Yeah. I don't think anyone in the world wants to listen to that 24 hours a day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There's going to be some sort of little melody you need, or you know what I'm saying? So some sort of alternate. But yeah, man. But and at them times there, drill, everyone was getting banned from drill, and they weren't allowed to say certain things.
Yeah, that's
you know
one thing that has always kind of impressed me and blew me away, is the way that in the UK it seems like, you know, they're just taking dudes out. Like, people are getting arrested, people are getting their music taken off YouTube.
People aren't allowed to say certain words and shit.
Certain words, like gang-related shit?
Yeah.
Really? Mm-hmm. And the cops are concerned about this? Like, they don't want anyone saying certain things?
Yeah.
And you don't even want to tell me what they are because they're too forbidden?
Well, no, not because I can say anything. I can say anything. I mean, like, it'll be personal things to them. So say I've got beef with you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I can't say I'll shank Adam in a song.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? I can't say Adam.
Yeah.
I can't say no jumper. You know what I'm saying? I can't say anything to do with you kind of thing.
Like a specific physical threat is just a bigger deal.
Yeah. They'll have like certain. There's not like a list that everyone has to follow. It's kind of these people get these certain people get these certain individual charges,
right?
And they can't say certain things related to the other gang or whatever.
Sometimes we see like American gangs or like American like rappers who basically are making songs about each other. We see them getting arrested and given crazy ass charges these days, and sometimes like people are super surprised, and I'm always kind of like, bro, I've been seeing this happen in England for all these years, so I'm really not surprised, because it's like, how long can the law just sort of sit by and let people threaten each other and use YouTube as a platform to threaten each other, you know?
America's crazy though. America, you can say anything what you want over here, but it's people.
They don't even try to get those videos taken off YouTube. They just arrest them and give them federal indictments. Yeah,
keep it on there. But I suppose the people love it. What can you even say? The people love it. Like, I don't know why. I love it. I love it. Don't get it twisted. I'm in the whip saying some madnesses sometimes, spitting other people's lyrics. Yeah. And then you realize what you've just said, and you're like, wow, it's deep. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, man. I can't explain it, but everyone loves it.
But I see you, like, you just because of being you, I feel like you've kind of gotten like some crazy opportunities. Like, for instance, the Subway thing kind of blew me away. I'm like, damn, my boy really blew up. Subway, yes.
Yeah, Subway.
Where did that come from, and what was that like for you?
That was just a thing of, I think I posted in like 2017. I was in Subway and I was just stood there outside Subway just fucking about, and I think I posted, "Where's my deal?" Obviously they'd never seen it, and ever since then that's just always been in my head. And then I remember I was on a golf course with Chunks. Do you know who Chunks is from the UK?
I don't think so.
No. A lot of people watching this will know who Chunks is. He's a personality. He's not, I wouldn't say comedian, he's a big personality in the UK.
I probably do know him.
And we done Soccer Aid together. Soccer Aid is like a charity football game, whatever. Anyway, we was on the golf course and I got a phone call from my manager saying, "Subway have just hollered."
Wow.
what are you trying to do? And I just said, yeah, let's do it. I don't care how much we're getting paid or whatever. Let's just, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Done it, and then I came back to Manchester. Oh no, I was in Manchester, but I came back home and then went to Subway. They pulled the little curtain down and it said Subway.
I saw that.
And I made sandwiches for people, let all the fans in.
Right.
Told everyone I was going to be there at a certain time, performed for everyone, made them a sandwich. And that was it.
Is that kind of mind blowing? Because I don't think I've ever seen them do anything like that with a rapper before.
I know, yeah, I'm happy. I think we're gonna keep working with him. I'm gonna keep the relationship up, definitely.
I love it because I mean, hey, if Travis Scott and Sweetie can do a fucking McDonald's collab,
H can do
then
Subway.
why can't
innit?
H represent Subway?
I'm gonna have my own one. I'm gonna try and get my own one. I'm gonna see what negotiating I can
Your
do.
own Subway, like
Yeah,
open your own and have it be sort of like the
yeah,
signature.
Yeah, the
oh,
signature
my
one. That's
God.
what we need to do. That's the plan. So
They're gonna
Subway,
need a security
Subway
guard
needs
there,
to be
though.
watching.
We gotta keep all the hooligans.
Oh yeah, we're gonna
out of
need a
there.
security guard there. Those 24s.
Because I mean, man, you don't want those Subway employees to be having any problems next time you get into some rapper beef.
Nah, I don't even get no rapper beef.
Yeah, well, you could have it be like, you know, right in the center of your shit, so that you know the people would be
Just
looking
put it
at
on the block.
Yeah,
Put it in Moston, M40,
yeah.
bang in the middle. We're good there.
No problem.
Mm-hmm.
But damn, that is just crazy to me too. Like Subway would be like the last one that I would have thought of, but now it's kind of making me think about like what other fast food chains like that would have been like a dream when I was a kid. Like just the
I'm
idea.
I'm trying to do Capri Sun.
Really,
Yeah, that's my next on my list.
that's brilliant.
I would love to do that. I'm done. After that, I'm done.
Yeah,
Like that's it. I don't give a fuck about anything else.
because I mean, there's all this Red Bull and Monster Energy and all that, but
To be-
that's
yeah,
for adults.
you know
Let's
what I'm
keep
saying?
it friendly and just do the
To
Capri
be,
Suns.
to be fair, I have to give some props. I did do Relentless. You know about Relentless?
What's that?
It's an energy drink. But
Oh,
it's
yeah,
maybe yeah.
It's not out here, I don't think.
Yeah, but I did do Relentless. Big up Relentless, but yeah,
How was that?
energizing.
For sure. Well, I mean, if you could put like an energy drink inside the Capri Sun,
Yeah, we'll try a thing.
I feel like
But no,
legally that might be weird for
But
them.
honestly, no, I would love to do
Right.
Capri Sun.
Nice.
And to be fair, I would say Capri Sun, but I knew you wouldn't know what I was going on about if I said that, so I had to say Capri Sun.
I would have figured it out eventually.
True.
But yeah, that would have been a little confusing for the
Yeah.
audience out there.
But yeah,
I remember last time I did that interview with you, like to put in perspective, the world didn't even know about Pop Smoke yet. And to me, Pop Smoke was very much the person who sort of like allowed Americans to start to understand the UK sound by just kind of being on those kind of beats before anybody else who was big in America.
Yeah.
And so that really puts into perspective like how much more that sound. Like we hadn't heard Drake, or had we? Had we heard Drake? Yeah, we had heard Drake messing with some UK rappers at that time and stuff.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it was definitely just like not as established. Do you feel like now people are more willing to be accepting of a rapper from England versus maybe earlier in your career where
Yeah,
it seemed more foreign?
100,000%.
Really?
Yeah. I think the UK just only got bigger in it, so
Yeah.
yeah, the people are definitely fucking with us over here. I think it's just gonna get better. I think people, you know what I'm saying. I think it's becoming a thing of. It's not. How do I explain this? It's not a case of like, oh yeah, we really need you and we don't really need you. Like people are starting to feel like they don't need the UK, but it's a
Right.
very good audience to have. You know what I'm saying?
It seems kind of bizarre that there's even considered to be such a division. Like you would like to think that
We speak the
everybody-
same language.
It's the same language. Yeah, you would like to think
You know what
that
I'm
it would
saying?
be like listening to a rapper from fucking Florida or New York or California.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
they're
yeah.
all just different places. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, but at the same time, I can understand why certain people from over here would be like, do you think I really give a fuck? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? If I'm trying to hit someone up with fucking, I don't know, 35 million followers.
And then I was listening to you and I'm thinking about like, maybe some Americans would just stop paying attention as soon as you say like one slang phrase that they don't know.
And I do that a lot. Some people in London don't even understand me.
Yeah.
I say certain things that people in London don't even say. So yeah, but is what it is, isn't it? I'm not going to start changing for
100%.
something else.
But then when I think about it, like there's so many popular rappers in America who use weird ass slang that is only probably used in their city. And then meanwhile, everywhere, yeah, you guys love it, and everybody else
love
in
it
America
so
love
much.
it. Yeah.
Everyone, bro, I'm seeing man in London saying, what's man saying about chatting about on folks or something, and I'm like, bro, you need to chill out with that, bro. Like, But yeah, whatever.
Yo, that shit's hilarious when
But-
people inherit terms from other cities that like they inadvertently don't realize are like blatant gang references.
Yeah. Literally.
So it's
Literally.
a little strange.
But yeah, so I think growing up in the UK, like I was saying this to someone else the other day, like it's not really foreign to hear an American accent as much as it is for you lot to hear us. Fucking SpongeBob's American.
Very
you know what I'm
true.
saying? We grow up listening to watching SpongeBob. I've heard an American accent all my life.
Yeah.
The whole music channels back in the day, there wasn't no UK artist. Well, there was on a certain channel.
You fuck with the British baking show?
I think I've watched it a couple of times. Yeah, I fuck with it. Yeah, do you like that?
Love it. I was
Sick.
watching it. I enjoyed it so much that I DM'd Paul Hollywood and he followed me back.
Oh, swear down.
Yeah.
Nice.
He's like a big polar
You should
bear.
go on it. You should next time you go over there, get on it.
I mean, one thing I get from watching that shit is that shit seems like fucking impossible. Like making cookies and all these crazy complex things, and like it's just so easy to fuck it up. They're like putting it in the oven, and
Someone's got to be shit at it though. There's got to be someone on the episode that's shit. I'll take that place.
Well, yeah, sometimes you're right. Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
That would be great if they did a special like series that was like rappers who didn't
That's
really
what I'm
know
trying
what
to
they're
do.
doing.
I'm trying to be on all this reality, not reality TV. What is it? I don't even know. I'm trying to be
No,
on
that's
all this
reality TV
Is it?
for sure, yeah.
I'm trying to be on all this reality TV shit.
Oh, see, that would be definitely like the Subway type of thing is a good look, but for sure, if you were like really involved in the reality, we got to get you on Love Island or Too Hot to Handle. You think they would have you on there?
I think I'd do well in Love Island. What do you think?
I mean, hey, I don't know. Like, if it would feel kind of weird to like rate you as like a person with like lover characteristics. I don't know if I want to like judge you in that way.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I'm sure the ladies would love you.
Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. Who else do you think is a better swordsman than you in terms of the women?
Who do I think is a better swordsman than me? No
Yeah,
one on
you
there.
don't know.
No.
Sure, yeah, nobody. Also,
Yeah.
nobody.
I don't really know about other man's sword like that. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. I'm trying to think of who else would be on the show, but I guess we'll just leave that up in the air. One thing when we did that last interview too, though, I said, who would you like to collaborate with from America? And you say, I would like to fuck with Shoreline Mafia. And then boom, the fucking, I think I actually hooked you up with them.
Oh, fuck, yeah.
And I always thought that was so cool that like you said that in the interview and then it just happened like a month or two later.
Sick.
That made me
was on a
very
Taste
excited.
Remix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was that like? And was it sad for you to see that group break up?
It was sad, to be fair.
Yeah.
It was sad.
I don't think they achieved their potential.
Well, I've watched the interviews, what you have done with him.
Oh, yeah,
And I
right.
just still can't understand. They don't really give much away.
They don't tell you why, right?
Yeah, man. Like, they don't. I'm trying to find out. But yeah, no, it was sick. Quick as well.
Yeah.
We got hold of Phoenix. And
I could tell you what I heard about why they stopped fucking with each other, but honestly, it's so boring that you'd probably like forget.
Okay.
Because it's not even. It's just like
Yeah,
basic ass
don't-
like dudes not getting along.
Don't
shit.
even ruin it for me then. I'm just going to I'm going to pretend that something crazy happened.
Yeah, I feel like that's why they haven't really like gone out and like told the story of it because it would be so boring that people wouldn't even care.
Not many, like, there's always, it's hard, like, when it comes to like groups or duos and that, there's always, I suppose,
Yeah.
no disrespect to any of them, but I suppose there's always that one person that shines more than others in it. And then you can't, I'm not saying you can't blame other people for not liking it, but you can't blame other people for wanting the same shine. And if they want to go and do their own thing, then it is what it is, I suppose.
I mean, people always act shocked that rap groups break up, but I think personally it's almost like more shocking that they stay together
Do you know
or
about
that they
Captain
even
Conan?
exist in the first place. Because imagine you and somebody else that you grew up with, and you like start this thing, and then you get famous together, and you have to like stay super close friends. It's like such a bizarre
Yeah, you have to.
idea that like you get in a relationship, you're together for a couple years, you break up, everybody thinks that's normal. Mm-hmm. You're in a rap group with someone for a couple years, and you break up, and it's like
crazy.
that's all they want to talk
It's
about
the
the
end
rest
of
of your
the
career.
world.
What were you just saying?
You know about Captain Conan
No, what's that?
from the UK? Rappers, two rappers.
I don't think so.
You do it, Freak of the Week. See, she is the Freak of the Week with
Okay.
Jeremiah.
Sounds kind of familiar.
Yeah. They're a duo.
Okay.
There's not, no one's in front of the other.
Really?
They've done it perfectly. They've got Captain Conan on that one.
Yeah, because I think the way that you stay together and keep everything solid is that you basically like don't go outside of what you have. Like when I see the Migos, they seem like they're kind of like the same person, and I mean, yes, like sometimes it'll seem like one of them is shining bigger than the other or whatever, but it's like they kind of stay in the same box.
Yeah,
they
yeah.
don't go do too much stuff outside of it. It's all, like, I mean, them even being in relationships and stuff is kind of like the biggest thing that probably takes them away from the other ones. But I don't know.
Yeah, I agree. But yeah, Krept and Conan do it nice.
Definitely. What about I seen you working with Tay Keith? Like, what's your thoughts on working with American producers in general? Like, do you feel like that is something you want to emphasize, or are you more comfortable with UK producers?
No, I think it's definitely sick to work with people out here, 100%. The fact of having Tay Keith's name on the record helped it over here.
It did.
Yeah, definitely.
Right.
100%.
You think a lot more people are willing to click it as soon as they see that in there?
Yeah,
That's
I reckon
interesting.
so. Yeah, definitely.
That's
And yeah, obviously, yeah, it's good to experiment with different people. And at the end of the day, like, producers over here have a following, not like rappers, but I don't mean to say the same as rappers, but they have a following like rappers. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, so, like, I don't know. It's like doing a song with certain producers here is near enough like a feature. You know what I'm saying?
It's very true. Yeah. I mean, I've had times where I like spoke like certain other people who I respect their taste in rap, and we've been talking about rap, and I'll realize that they don't really like follow artists so much as they follow the producers, and then they just listen to whoever that producer's giving beats to, because they assume that, like, you know, a Tay Keith or a Metro Boomin or whatever is like probably not gonna end up giving beats to whack artists, so they just kind of like stay in touch with whoever they're producing for.
Literally. But I think as much as well, in my personal situation, as much as I do like working with people out here, I've got my certain
Your crew out there,
yeah,
definitely.
100%.
How bad was the controversy from you put out this proposed album cover with you with a bunch of thick women on it?
Oh yeah.
And how bad was that controversy? Because like I saw a video online trying to make it sound like it was like a big backlash, but
well, first of all, people were just being rude in the comments.
Okay.
Not towards me necessarily,
Right.
towards the girls. But then also people were saying like it was a publicity stunt
right.
on my behalf.
Did you even think it was going to be controversial at all?
Not one bit.
Right. Because when I looked at that's what I thought too. I'm like, it's not like they're like hideously obese women where I could see it looking like a joke.
Yeah.
To me, it just looked like those are like, you know, maybe a little plus size, but like not anything too crazy.
Exactly. And like two of my man them are there, they can vouch for mine, the director can vouch for mine. It weren't no publicity, nothing. I told him what I wanted on the video. I said, this is what I want.
Right.
This is going to be the cover when he took the picture. All that stuff. Check my track record. The thick women are there. On God, Jesus Christ.
Right.
Yeah.
So
but people don't believe me as well because my ex wasn't thick. So people just think I'm chatting shit, and they've not seen me with a thick girl since.
Wow.
So that's why people. But man, them. I could get my brethren on the camera
Boys
now.
laugh is hard.
You know what I'm saying?
but it wasn't like you didn't have any like real controversy from it. It was just people talking shit.
Nah, people just talking. It's just haters in it. Like if it would have been all, you know, size 6 supermodels, would have been the same thing anyway. You know
Definitely.
What I'm saying?
Yeah. But that was the singles.
That was
cover
just a
art?
single cover. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Do you are you thinking about what your next project's gonna be like?
Sorry to cut you off. By the way, people are so fucking stupid. The song's called Learning Curve as well. Curve. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
my man is witty.
thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. Say what you say.
Are you?
But only I just realised that now.
Oh, that's pretty good though.
Yeah.
Are you thinking about what your next album's gonna be like, or do you feel like are you gonna keep doing EPs, or are you trying to make like a definitive album statement?
No, literally, I just near enough finished the last song on my album last night.
Really?
I've got a little touching up to do. I need some certain things, some cleaning up.
Right.
But I've got the concept for it. I know what I want. People haven't heard this side of me before. Not the whole album, but I think people will love it.
What do you think is gonna be different?
People get to know me better. People just think like it's all like party music and litness and girls and.
So
liquor.
you're trying to go more personal and like tell your story
it's
more?
100% more personal. Not on every song. It's not like it's not a boring album whatsoever.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying? It's lit as fuck.
But you have to find a way to grow. At a
yeah,
certain
100%.
point,
And it's like a thing of like when I came up and that I didn't have nothing to say anyway. These times I never had a girlfriend. I never really lost anyone. Life was great. I just blew up. I got a paycheck. I was gassed. I didn't have nothing to spit about but that. You know what I'm saying? So then it became a thing where it was like, yeah, he's just rapping about the same thing all the time. And then maybe I've made certain songs that people think is about certain people or whatever, but really it's just lyrics. Like I've never really been until now where I've been prepared to make my album. I never really living in a situation where there was anything to speak about other than I went to school, I went to college, I had a job for a bit, I hated it. That I suppose that little period was the only time that can be considered pain, but I wouldn't call it pain at all. You know what I'm saying? So it was all lit, so that's all I was rapping about. I'm not gonna start lying.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna start saying I grew up in the gutter.
Right.
And you know what I'm saying? Like,
definitely. But I mean, yeah, for sure. That's like the kind of progression that people probably want to see from you, is just getting a little bit more intimate and telling them a little bit more about what you've been through.
Definitely. 100%. Yeah, they'll definitely get it all.
Definitely. Makes sense. Okay, so they tried, I seen them trying to drag you into some beef though.
Okay.
They tried to have you going back and forth with this guy Russ because you rapped on one of his songs called Keisha Becky.
Yeah.
And so that was the one beef that I was actually able to identify that H actually kind of got dragged into. What are your thoughts on that and how that all played out?
That's all.
That's all ancient history?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all. Nothing.
But that was just about you hopping on the beat in general, right?
No. I was on a remix.
Okay.
They made the song, him and Tion Wayne. You know about Tion Wayne?
Yeah.
Yeah. Made a song.
He knows I'm lying.
You're lying in it. So, you do if you see him.
Okay, yeah.
They made a song called Keisha Becky. Not me personally, done the remix. Like, they asked a couple people to be on the remix. I was one of those people. I done the remix, whatever. Obviously, in other interviews, I've been like, whatever, talking my shit and that, just getting excited. Because at the same time, because Russ was talking shit at this time. But big up Russ anyway.
Right.
His new tunes going off and that, you know what I'm saying? Big up Russ. So, I arguably, or like many people would say I had the latest verse on that song. Okay. Right? Or Tion. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, Tion's going to back his thing. I'm going to back Tion's thing.
Right.
Tion will see me and say, yeah, my verse was harder. Do you know what I'm saying? Tion will see me and say his verse was harder, like on some, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all jokes. But, yeah. So, yeah, the verse was lit, so I performed it a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was going off near enough the most at my shows, like, more than any of my singles at the time. So we done it. And he's basically, long story short, the problem was that I kept doing shows, and when I was doing shows in London or areas near London, I would invite Tion and J1 and the people on that song, but I would never invite Russ to come.
Right.
And it was his song.
Yeah.
However, my reason being was because at this time, Russ had beef with every artist you could think of, apart from the ones on that song.
Right.
Do you get what I'm saying? And my show's not getting locked off for no one. It's not in my hands anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that was my opinion, but I never said this to him because I never thought he was bothered. I probably thought that he would know why. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So yeah, and then one day I think I can't even remember how it started, but he just
live.
Is that what it was?
I think so. I watched it. Yeah.
He was just on some. He went in. Yeah, he went in.
Yeah. But how'd you guys end up getting past that? Because then you spoke about it on the radio. Was there ever like a moment where you actually like had a conversation about it, or it just kind of went by the wayside?
He messaged me. And he was like, I think he said something about, correct me if I'm wrong, Russ, but I'm sure he said something like, yo, I think he said something like, yo, I thought you was a little prick, but you're actually all right. Just randomly, like, oh. I swear he said something like, I thought you was working for the Fed or something, but I don't know. I can't remember. It was something like that.
Wow.
And I remember just saying, I was just laughing. I was just like, yeah, whatever. I think we were just catching jokes saying, yeah, but my verse was the hardest still. You know what I mean? Just on some, oh no, I didn't say that. I said, I can gun lean better than you.
Right.
Because he does his little gun lean dance.
Right.
I was like, say nothing, but I can gun lean better than you. Whatever.
So it didn't end up being that serious? I wish Americans could squash beef like that. That doesn't sound very familiar.
It wouldn't even be, at the end of the day, if I'm totally honest, he was just dissing everyone them times. You know what I'm saying? And then I obviously give him a reason.
Right.
To to get at me.
Right.
That was that.
He kept calling you a label baby. Did that offend you?
No,
No.
I'm not.
I mean, it does seem from the outside that you've had like a very well executed career, that, you know, something like the Subway thing is like, you know, if you're just a regular rapper and you don't have a good team behind you, you're probably not going to be able to pull off something like that.
I'll tell you what happened. I signed an EP deal with Since 93.
Right.
When I met you.
Yeah. I remember that.
When I was 18, I think. Put out the H2O EP from 2 months after, or the month after that H2O EP dropped. I was independent. Yeah. And then from that point all the way until now, I've been independent. Well, I'm signed now.
Okay.
But so basically I dropped Rain independent. I had a whole independent run, the EP called Polaris.
Rain, which I actually went to the video shoot for.
He was there.
With
They've
AJ
got a video
Tracy. We did the behind the scenes.
Yes, you did.
And I don't know if I actually saw the full video until right before this interview, and I went and watched it. I'm like, oh right, I remember watching them film this. Right.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, so I was in my highlights of my career have been when I've been independent. Do you know what I'm saying? Like 100%. Like check the records. I think my first independent release was with Dig Dat. It was called 8 Mile. That wasn't my release, it was his release. But from that moment on, that was all independent, and I released a whole EP, Rain, independent.
Right.
And then I've just signed to put this album out.
Right.
And you know, you can look at it in all different ways. I signed because I want to put my music in a position where I know I can't put it.
Right.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like personally, and I've done it. I still know how much money I spent while I was independent. Obviously, I made a lot of money. But don't get it twisted. I made a lot of money, but you know, I spent a whole lot of money as well. You know what I'm saying?
I know you made a lot of money because I'm listening to the music and I'm hearing you make it perfectly clear. 2 million by 21, shit like that. You're making it very clear. I made a lot of fucking money in this rap game, which, you know, it is like such a unique thing. Like, you know, like I've heard you say it a bunch of times in songs. It really made me just think, like, damn, it is such a rare thing for a young guy to be able to make that much money without having to, you know, compromise himself or take risks or whatever, you know?
Yeah, I know. Respect, thank you. But yeah, so then, I'm just trying to put, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to put my music in the right places, so I signed for the album.
But what's the importance of you having like a really killer management team behind you and everything like that? Like, would you say that that's been instrumental to you being successful?
Yeah, my manager's the best in the UK.
Right.
I'm saying, I'm in the rest of my team. You know what I'm saying? That obviously not everyone's here, but like 100%. Like, you know, is a how do I put it? He's plotting every single day. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's working. His name's Adex. Big up Adex.
Okay.
And his whole team as well. NQ. He's got a whole other shit as well. That's obviously that helped me as well. But yeah, like, management's definitely important. You know what I'm saying? Even when it comes to me being certain times where I get fed up and I don't want to do shit. Someone's got to say, listen, shut the fuck up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Let's go.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, the way I think of it when it comes to the team thing is like, if me and you both own restaurants and I have like if you go and hire a bunch of great people to work at your restaurant, and then meanwhile you're able to kind of like have a life and like do your own thing, and like the restaurant is, you know, you have people who are specialized in everything, and then if I own a restaurant and I just do everything myself, it's like, okay, well, I mean, who's the smarter businessman here?
Yeah.
That seems pretty obvious to me. But a lot of times you'll see like a smaller rapper kind of trying to make that out to be like a bragging thing, and I don't really understand. Yeah, definitely. Okay, so there's one other thing I saw for you is that Ed Sheeran co-signed you. What did that look like? I missed this.
Sick. Now we done. I got on a remix for his song. He done a song called "Take Me Back to London." He was on his album. And funnily enough, I had Taste, the song that Phoenix got on the remix to.
Right, yeah.
But before that, my song was at number 2.
Really?
In the charts. And then Ed asked me to do this song. And I was like, fuck, it's going to go number 1 though.
Yeah.
Ed's song. So then I'm not going to go number whatever. Anyway, done the song, and literally Ed's song with the remix, and that was number 1.
Right.
And my thing was number 2. So I was happy.
So you have kind of avoided the number 1, but you could still say you had a number 1.
I suppose so.
As a remix.
Yeah, definitely. I got the plaque and shit. definitely. But
could you get him on one of your songs? Because he used to be a rapper, right?
yeah, Ed's lit. Ed's my guy. He's I was been speaking to him. He wants to get working. Obviously, he's a very busy man. It's hard. It's hard to make songs over the phone.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? But he's very hard to catch. You know what I'm
It
saying?
must be weird because even if he's like genuinely like so excited about the music, it's still like his time is just gonna be being pulled in so many fucking directions.
Yeah, 100%.
You know?
But no, that's my guy. He's done a lot for me. Give me a lot of advice. He bought me a pair of Louis Vuitton trainers as well.
I remember sitting in an office at Atlantic, and YNW Melly was having a meeting with the fucking people at Atlantic thinking about signing to him, and he just looks up at the wall and there's an Ed Sheeran plaque because the guy whose office they were in was the guy who signed Ed Sheeran back in the day, and YNW Melly basically said, I want to sign with you because you put Ed Sheeran out, and I love Ed Sheeran. And I'm sitting there thinking like, YNW Melly knows all about Ed Sheeran. He knows infinitely more than I know about this guy. Like, wow, this is
that's crazy.
impressive.
Ed's the GOAT.
Yeah.
Ed is literally the GOAT.
Yeah.
100%.
It's pretty badass.
Yeah, he's cold. I need him on my album actually.
I seen them trying to hype up the animosity or try to make it out like you should have beef with this RD guy just because he's kind of like the other new white rapper in the UK. Like, but you don't have any kind of issues with him, right? Because I seen you guys on Instagram Live getting along and everything.
Yeah, that's my guy.
Right.
Yeah, that's my guy.
But is that weird? Because it's like even like him just existing, I know what the fans are gonna do. Even if he never says a word about you and you never say a word about him, the fans are gonna turn into some Kanye and Drake shit where it's like you gotta pick a side. Right?
He knows what it is, you know what I'm saying? Like, as in, like, he knows what the fans are like. Obviously, I know what the fans are like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't, none of us are bothered about it. You know what I'm saying? That's my guy. And yeah, what can I say? Like, the fans are always going to have something to say, no matter who it was. Like, let's say RD never even came about. Some other white guy was going to blow up one day.
Right.
And probably would have said, someone probably would have said, yeah, you're trying, whatever, like, this is the new H, or you're trying to be H, or whatever, you're better than H, or H is better than you, you know what I'm saying? So someone had to fucking do it, you know what I mean?
If there was a Chinese rapper who blew the fuck up in America tomorrow, which, I mean, there probably are rappers who fit that box, but like, you know, if there was just like
what are you going to say now? Be careful what you're about to say now.
But I'm saying, like, as soon as you got one, the next one, oh my God, it's they're gonna put. It's the same thing with women. It's like, you know, the Nicki Minaj Cardi B thing. Like, of course, the media and the fans were gonna hype that up so much
100%.
because, you know, like, they have a strong similarity. You know, even like Kanye and Drake.
But but to be fair, like, Adi's a G. Adi's going off.
Okay.
And he took it well. Well, like, whatever. I can't imagine his DMs. I don't know what people are saying, but comments and whatever. But he took it well. You know what I'm saying? When he was doing interviews, that was the first thing people was asking him.
Is there
the titles of his interviews had my name in it, and
I saw that, yeah.
And then it's like, but you know, I'm not bothered. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever. But like, fucking hell, let the kid breathe. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I thought at first.
But does that motivate you a little bit? Be like, all right, well, if the media and the fans, some of the fans are going to be acting like this guy's a threat to my career, then I guess I just got to go harder. Yeah.
I suppose so.
Is that your motivator, or are you motivated by like, no, I want a new car?
No. I don't know what I'm motivated by, to be fair, but no, I suppose it's just like, no, to be fair, it didn't make me feel like that. No. It was just like, yeah, sick. You know what I'm saying? I was happy for him. You know what I'm saying? I don't really feel like, I'm not really too worried about shit, and you know what I mean? Like, I know myself, and I know what I can do and what I'm capable of, and I know. Thank you.
I wonder if the UK is as competitive as Americans are, because I feel like American rappers just get goaded into these beefs over like who's best in whatever category over and over and over. Like, even every individual city, it never feels like the two biggest rappers in that city can just get along.
Yeah.
They always have to be at like war for who could be the best, which is kind of bizarre. But
I think it's I suppose it might be like that in certain sides of London. You know what I mean?
Definitely. But you're at a point where all that stuff is stuff you should be trying to not be thinking about, right?
Yeah, I'm just past it, I think. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to I'm worried about other shit, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not really bothered about who everyone thinks is the hardest.
100%. Okay, so the new projects in the works, you have any idea when that might be out?
Let's say Well, no, I don't want to say a date, but early next year.
Okay.
Yeah, early next year. I've not told anyone the name yet. Should I drop it here?
Drop it on us. One of your people is saying no, but he looks very solemn in saying no as well.
No, we're gonna wait.
All right. Well, we almost had a leak there.
but it's coming. It's sick. I 100% think people will love it. It's a little new side of me. On certain songs.
I'm excited.
And it's lit, and yeah, and follow me on Instagram and all that shit.
Can't wait to check it out, man.
Yeah, thank you very much for having me.
Yeah, it's been awesome watching your career develop and unfold, man. And I'm actually really excited to see the new project after everything you said about it.
Yeah, man. Respect. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Shout out to H. No Jumper, coolest podcast in the world. Check us out on YouTube, SoundCloud, iTunes, all that shit. Like, comment, subscribe. NoJumper.com if you want to support. And go turn my man up on Spotify and Apple Music and all that shit.
All the way up.
Let's go. Appreciate you, man.
Thank you very much.